Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today, what we got for you is some more Resident Evil 4 Remake gameplay, man. Dude, let me tell you, it's an early birthday gift. Um, we got some more gameplay for you. We got exclusive Chapter 5 gameplay for Resident Evil 4 Remake by Game Informer, once again. I assume for the I assume if you've been following with the remake the last couple of days, we have gotten a lot of information about the game, some more gameplay, stuff like that. And we've got even more gameplay for you today. And we're going to look at it right now, right here. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. It's about 12 minutes long. And we're going to see what's going on with the remake, man. I mean, I'm hyped for this game, of course, and I'm sure you guys are too. So let's see what's going on. So what we're looking at, I mean, dude, this game, it looks good. Let me tell you, it looks really good. I'm gonna turn up the audio for,
some Ashley gameplay,
yeah.
and some of the cabin fight, as well as just overall fighting Ganado.
So,
And
oh, we got, look at
yeah, trying
this,
to stay on track.
man.
So we've got
Oh,
12 minutes of footage
oh,
here
bro, look at
today,
this.
and I'm joined by Marcus Stewart. How are you, Marcus?
I'm feeling great.
Interesting.
To be seeing this section
Okay,
again
this is the new
because
mechanic
the
with
cover
an
story
Ashley.
I've had a lot of fun playing it.
Absolutely.
Dude, oh
So
my
yeah,
God.
this footage starts out, and we are, simply escaping from the church. This is
Here,
how
let me
many
turn it
hours
up.
into the game would you say this is, Marcus?
Oh yeah, it's hard to say because we don't know how long the other chapters are. It's got to be at least probably like 3-ish hours, I would guess.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not our gameplay, by the way. If people are wondering, this is a B-roll
Correct.
that Capcom
Damn.
provided, so this is someone on the team playing, not us.
Yes. Yes, we did play through this section, everything that you see today. An important disclaimer, Capcom did help out with accommodations for travel. That means like flights, hotel. In association with this cover trip, we didn't have any of those
Wow, dude.
conversations. Like that's our
Holy.
bosses that handle all that. We kind of just show up and do our job. But it is an important disclaimer. That being said, we are not influenced by that.
So these are, of course, what we're looking at. Um, there's a couple screenshots we saw in there that we're now seeing in full action. And it seems like, obviously, this has changed. Obviously, with it being a remake, a lot is going to change in the game. And right off the bat, I mean, when you immediately get Ashley, we're going to start off by escaping the church with Ashley, using the new mechanic with Ashley, where she can climb on your back and basically drop down ladders to climb up them, which is good. And honestly, I like new, I love new, and it's honestly interesting. So we got another shot here with the
Yeah, you can kind of
we're,
move around while it's happening.
town. We got, yeah, look at that. There's the
Shot
villa.
There, going to the helicopter extraction point where nothing will go
Um,
wrong, I'm sure.
What is that? What's in there?
And so yeah, in the beginning,
The
you
elegant
saw, Leon and
headdress.
Ashley
That's what
sort of
that
just
is.
talking about like, hey,
Or
we need to get out of
resources.
here. Fun fact.
And
you know,
these, okay, so I saw this. This is an, if you've seen a screenshot, there's a screenshot of this, which is known as a side quest. This is kind of what it's kind of setting you up for, and really kind of showing you what these side quests are all about. Grave robber. Those treacherous twins should not be allowed to rest in peace for joining the evil cult. Won't anyone, destroy the emblems engraved upon their tombstones? You have to destroy the tombstone emblems by the church, and your reward is 2 spinels. So this is an example
there's
of
little extra
a
area in that,
side
of depth
quest.
that you can find if you don't want to just beeline it straight for that ladder. So
Yep.
keep an eye out up there.
Interesting.
I found it on my playthrough. So yeah, we are making our way through here. Leon being a gentleman, moving that out the way because he's all big and strong.
So again, with this sneak mechanic, I love it. I love this new sneak mechanic because it kind of is. You know what this is kind of making us, when you look at this, it's really, and I think in an article somebody said that the game is going to you're going to have multiple ways to encounter multiple different scenarios, such as this one right here. You have multiple different ways to encounter um, this kind of area here. You can either sneak, or you could actually just run straight in and just murk them all. You know, it's kind of like the village as well. Like the beginning of the village section, when you fight off all those enemies, I assume you have the option to either sneak your way through the village and kind of, eliminate the enemies one by one, or you could probably even, just do it like the original where you went in and just killed all the enemies. And that's kind of in the original, you didn't have the option of sneaking and kind of stealthing your way through that town, because I mean the game just kind of forced your way into fighting off all these enemies and all these enemies coming after you all at once. But in this game, in this remake, we get to have the option of this new mechanic, being the stealth mechanic, which looks very good. So right there, you have a sneak attack right there, which I like. It kind of reminds me, if you've ever played Assassin's Creed, how the executions work. It kind of reminds me of that. And as you saw there, he stabbed the knife into her neck. He killed her with the knife, but it stuck inside of her. So when she actually fully goes down and dies, you can pick the knife up once again.
And yeah, this
And
part
now
was,
he gets spotted,
pretty fun to
and
get
all the
through. I tried
enemies
to
are
get
gonna
through it
kind of come after
stealthily
him.
the first couple times.
It looks interesting, of course. I mean, dude, just look at that. Oh my god, the crowd control and everything like that. Oh, look at this inventory. Hold up. Look at this inventory right here. Okay. So what we got here, it's kind of prompting you to open the inventory. But what we got here right here, I just said right here twice. Let me go back a couple frames because we can see that right there. So this, I thought in the original, I thought this was the mine thrower. It's not. It's the bolt thrower, which is the new weapon. And looking at this inventory, I mean, look at this, man. We've got a knife up here. We've got kind of a smaller knife here. This is kind of looking like the main knife, but you have this knife here, which is kind of like you pick up anywhere. And you have the handgun, along with the TMP, the bolt thrower with the arrows over here, the ammo, grenades, flashbangs, first aids. Now I'm wondering, in this game, so far, we've not seen incendiary and hand grenades. We've seen hand grenades, but we haven't seen the incendiary grenades, which if you don't know what those are, basically they're the fire grenades in Resident Evil 4. And we haven't seen them yet. So I'm wondering if those are in the game, and if they are, maybe you don't get them as early as you would normally. So maybe you get them later on, or in this case, maybe they just use them all up. He's obviously using a first aid spray
You're
right
gonna
there.
notice there's gonna be a few jumps in the clips here. Again, that's a Capcom thing, so this isn't going to be a
I like that.
run
Boom, he's
through
gonna pop a
of the
flashbang right here.
chapter. It's gonna jump around at points.
Oh,
But
I
as you can
like
see, the
that.
flash grenade still very effective.
fucking
against
love
those,
that.
Tentacle.
Dude, look at this
transform
environment,
phenom-
bro. Oh my god, dude. Just looking at this, it gets me super hyped for this game. Just the environment of this remake gets me hyped because it's way more scary, dense, and way more, close compacted, especially with the enemies, all the enemies coming after you, and especially them being more aggressive. It's super stressful in some points. So I think this is going to be a great change and a new way to play the game, which I absolutely love.
As we enter the cemetery.
So right here, obviously, he's going to do this side quest
get
right here.
A little bit of a taste of one of the
you have a
side
bird's
quests,
nest up
which is
there.
sort of a spin on the cemetery puzzle. As you can see, you can still shoot birds' nests to get those.
So he's going to get a
precious
chicken egg.
eggs.
Interesting.
Or I guess.
See, usually you don't get chicken eggs from nests. You usually get either hand grenades or ammo for your guns, such as TMP or rifle ammo. So this time around, you can actually get chicken eggs, and maybe even more.
Chicken egg that's in a bird nest.
I mean, it makes
tree.
sense.
Don't ask me.
Where's he walking here?
You know how it is. But I mean, in the original
Where
game, you
is
killed
he?
snakes and got chicken eggs, which was always
Like,
kinda
I'm
weird.
looking. I don't know where he's
There
at.
he is.
There's the merchant.
Man himself.
So you can see here,
And he gets his reward for doing grave
and then
robber.
side quest, which is what you're going to be doing.
Melted to perfection.
Okay, well,
Try the new
that's an
toasted
ad. I don't
baguettes
like
from
ads.
Panera.
Okay, so interesting. So you have the insignia key here, and you can sell it right off the bat. That's something new and something you couldn't do in the original. Usually, when you use up a key item, you just it's gone. You know, you immediately use it and it's done for. But this time around, you have the option to sell it. Now, I don't necessarily know what that means. Maybe there's multiple pathways to get to an area without using a key item. I don't know. Or in this case, maybe when you use it up, you can actually just sell it. So once you've used it up, it kind of just, is kind of there to sell it if you want and if you need to. So that's kind of interesting. Right here in the inventory, the pricing on these guns here, man, I mean, this is kind of making me think that the Posada, like the amount of money that you're going to be using to upgrade weapons and buy weapons is going to be upped. Like it's going to be leveled up. Maybe depending on what difficulty you're playing, it could change. So I kind of like that, if that is the case.
One has to wonder how he moves with all that heavy equipment.
Damn, I mean, looking at this already, dude. There's the red 9. Sorry, but there's the red 9 right there. 1.5 power, 8 ammo capacity, reload speed, rate of fire, precision. There's the rocket launcher. It takes no space. Oh, okay, so it tells you have no space to actually fit in your inventory. I like that. And it cost 80,000 pesetas.
In that coat. Must be pretty strong. It's kind of like a Dragon Ball, like Piccolo.
He's going to
weighted
tune it up.
training gear.
So there's the knife. You could tune it up as well. And you can also, depending, do the weapon you
I was
want.
thinking he's just like into
Boom, he's going to
CrossFit.
level up his ammo capacity, his
You know,
reload
we-
speed.
We don't know.
And
It's
his
a
rate of
mysterious-
fire.
Mysterious figure. As you see, we're upgrading our equipment here. You can upgrade knives
Interesting.
now, as mentioned
I
in the
like
cover
it.
story, which is nice. Which you're
There's
gonna be
another
needing
side
because
quest right
they're,
there.
They have limited durability.
And, okay,
And
so
they're
that's kind of like the shortcut.
Using it quite a
that you
bit
can
for
do.
the new parry mechanic, which I enjoy. And you can see there's another side quest right there. You're going to want to keep an eye out in the environment for those blue flyers. Oh, so there's the Wild Dog
course.
quest. That was one of the more involved quests that we saw so
Absolutely.
far.
Okay, so this isn't
And
the
you
village.
won't see the
This looked like
solution.
in like the earlier screenshots that we saw. This kind of looked like the castle portion, but instead this is actually the village section, which is interesting to think about. Especially with it looking like it's in the castle, but it's in the village.
In this footage, but you will see sort of what's on the other end of this side quest for you.
Yeah.
True.
The dog is hard to find. We are going to show the dog.
You've seen a bit of this.
But
Okay, so
the
they are
way
going to
to
show the
find the
dog in
dog
action, which I
is
like. I
really,
want to see what the
I
dog,
guess a
how
little bit
aggressive is the
of
dog
a mystery.
in the
and
remake.
also important to note, we turned left when we left that door. There is another path behind us if we were to turn right. Out of that door
Oh.
that goes into an underground tunnel that like. Takes
So
you up-
again, I'm liking that. That's kind of explaining there are multiple pathways that you can there's new multiple paths that you can explore in the remake, which I absolutely love that, because what made the original so, I mean, obviously with it being my favorite video game of all time and being the best, if not one of the best Resident Evil games ever. Basically, the original kind of made it so that it was a straight path. You had only one way to go, and that was it. I mean, there are some parts where you could go back and do something and with Ashley and all that shit, but in the remake now, you have many pathways to go. You have so many paths to go through, leading to different areas that you've never even seen before, which I absolutely love that, because it kind of expands the game in a different but also amazing way and makes the game even more replayable than the original probably. So I like how it is, and I honestly am loving this so far.
you up through a well in the village. So there's a lot of paths available.
So this is the
Yeah,
village.
like when we both came through here, we just assumed just the way the camera's framed. We're like, okay, it's the only way to go. But yeah, one of the producers pulled us aside and was like, hey, check this out. And we were like, oh.
We got a
okay.
front kick right there.
Here we go. We've got the Village at Night. That lady thought she could.
Which
take a
in
pitchfork
the
to Leon. Didn't work out for
where's
her.
this? Oh wait,
And this is
wait,
I-
where
I-
is this?
Mhm.
Is this the cabin?
I was gonna just comment on the rain. I know that there's a lot of talk about
Rain Gate.
Rain Gate. I do agree. I think it can be tuned down a little bit.
Yeah.
It does feel like intentionally, like it is intentionally obfuscating the environment.
Oh, I didn't even know where this was, dude. So this is in the where you meet or not when you meet him the first time, but the second time you meet the chief, Bitores Mendez, you meet him in his house, which is this house.
It kind of adds.
I'm
to
pretty
that,
sure this is the house.
that tension, like you can't see what you're.
I'm
be
just gonna
great,
kind of
Mark,
skip.
if there's like a
Yeah, I
rain
think this
slider.
this is his house. Yep.
Okay.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, it looks.
I
I
just
mean,
wanna
completely
nice
different
little
layout.
down
Obviously,
close.
obviously,
You see,
it's
I love the
recognizable,
lighting
but
in this
it's.
game, you know.
And again,
Like-
dude, what I'm saying, I think this is how the remake is going to go. You're going to be going back to different areas that you couldn't even explore before because you didn't have Ashley. Ashley's going to have that new mechanic where she can pull down ladders so you can climb them up. And that, again, as I said, it's going to make this game super replayable. And honestly, from just what I've seen, bro, I actually do not like to say this, but I despise saying this, but it honestly might be better than the original Resident Evil 4. But obviously, we've only seen a bit, so we haven't seen everything. We haven't played the game yet, but just from what I've seen, bro, honestly, that it has a high possibility. I'm talking like 80% to 90% chance to be better than the original. Obviously, many people are going to say that this is already better than the
just
original
the,
because people don't like the
bloom
the
on
controls of the game or the graphics,
flashlight,
everything
just
like
how
that.
everything is. Like,
But,
it just makes
dude, it
especially,
looks
like, interiors
it's
like
looking
this, and things lift
amazing.
Ashley up to do her
Because
do her thing. Get Leon up there.
I didn't like the
yeah,
original.
it just makes the interiors creepier. Like that. Like the first time that owl made me
Whoa.
jump because you just see the glowing
Okay.
eyes in the dark.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god.
Oh, there's
what
the
is
yellow
that?
herb.
I will say there were a couple times when I was playing the demo where
Back
I
in the
was kind of
village?
in a very dark environment and Leon wasn't pulling up his flashlight, which is kind of frustrating. So I'm just kind of like clambering around in the dark.
I can.
It was mostly,
Oh,
like,
there's the
outdoor-
dog.
Oh,
There he
there's
is.
the dog.
Oh my
Look at that thing.
God,
It's
I
weird,
like
almost
it. Oh, I
a scorpion
fucking
tail.
love that.
Now that I'm looking at it again.
I am
So yeah,
loving that.
Capcom also pointed out, for those wondering, that this dog is not the dog that Leon can rescue in the original game, because in this
Okay.
game he's.
That's
presuma-
something people were kind of, I know people were kind of like, what the hell's going on here? We'll see obviously when we play the game, we'll see if the dog is there that you can rescue. Actually, let's see what he has to say about this.
Probably dead. So at the time we kind of were like, oh, maybe this is the dog, but they were very clear to point out, like, nope, different dog. And like, okay. But yeah, that
They
that dog
also
fight is
wouldn't-
pretty hard.
They also wouldn't definitively answer if it was the same dog
Okay.
in this game as in the old game. In terms of the one that's dead at the beginning of the game, they're like, maybe it's not the same dog, and it's like,
So what he's saying here, and what I'm thinking is the dog in the game that you, because I saw Maximilian dude when he first reacted to the trailer, honestly, and when he saw the image of obviously the dog being dead, a lot of people were upset, and I can get where you're coming from, but I like what Max said. Maximilian dude said, I loved what he said when he said that this time around the game's kind of telling you you're not getting help this time. Like the game is kind of intentionally telling you at the beginning of the game when you see the dog dead and not alive, unlike the original, seeing that dog dead, it's just like the game's setting you up and kind of telling you you're not getting help this time, and it's gonna be a way more difficult game. So get ready. So
Like-
I like
okay.
what he said.
So you see a blue
There's a
medallion
medallion.
up there as Leon takes it out. So
Yeah.
you see it's 1 of 5. So I asked Capcom
Okay.
about that because in the original.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, hold up. I mean, just from the layout, I knew it was completely different. It's obviously, again, the game is going to change layouts. The map is having to change the layouts and everything like that. But what I love about this is it's so new. Like it's so fresh, It's not like completely fresh. It's like it's kind of like taking out a tomato out of a, I don't even know what I'm saying, but it's like, dude, I think that the new content I absolutely love. This game is going to be fun as hell. I'm telling you, it's going to be so much fun to play.
The game was kind of like
Cuz right off the bat, that was new. This part here, it's completely new. That's the cabin up here. Right here, this is the cabin. In the original, you had to go back through this area, the barn area, and you had to do like a whole different thing with getting to the cabin. But this time around, I like how they're doing it, and I love this new layout.
like 15 in the same area, and they said that that
It
side
looks
quest
absolutely
reappears in
incredible.
different
I'm gonna tell you
parts of
that.
the map. So you're going to be shooting. It sounds like you're going to be shooting
Look, there's
medallions
Lewis.
outside of just
There's
like
Luis.
the village area, and they just sort of like divide them into like batches of 5.
Oh, Leon's pissed.
Hey, I see you found your missing senorita.
Senorita has a name, Miss Ashley. You are?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Very good questions. Unfortunately.
Oh God,
Hide now.
dude, this is amazing.
Okay. It's game time.
And due to the cuts, there's a lot of that village before the bridge that we.
So right off the bat, I can already tell that Leon is way more like he's like way more suspicious of Luis. Like he's because in the original, you kind of just find Luis and he's like, you know, he's kind of cool with him. He's like, yeah, you're a survivor. I'm cool. We're cool, you know. But in the remake, it seems like Leon is kind of like, who the hell is this guy? You know, what is he doing here? And who's he working for? You know, so Leon is way more suspicious of Luis, which I do like. I do like it.
Ran over that you can fight through and explore. Like there's a lot
Obviously, you can
that
push
they didn't
these.
show in this footage. It's where
I
at
like
least during
it.
our
I
playthrough
like
the
it.
brute first appears, the cow-headed enemy.
Right.
In that area just before
Okay.
the bridge that we crossed. But
Yeah, because in the footage we've put out of this, people have seen the cow guy shows up in
Appears
this fight,
here.
but you
Yeah.
actually fight him well before this. So
Yeah, so when
it
he
seems
shows
like
up in
he's
the
gonna
fight-
be a
Okay, so
saying?
Yeah,
you
he's definitely
fight
a recurring
the cow-headed dude before this. They're kind of saying here, so interesting to say, and I like
but
it.
when he shows up in the fight, you've already had to fight him before.
So
and
this is
I feel
obviously
like
new, old
it's extra tense
shit.
'cause
If you haven't
oh
seen
my
the
God,
gameplay
I
from
gotta fight
yesterday,
this guy now.
this is kind of old.
Yes,
So-
I saw some people speculating that he might be a single persistent enemy that follows you. I'm
No.
pretty sure that is not the case. Yeah, I think he's
No,
just
I
a
wish.
enemy type.
That'd have been
I
dope.
have killed him several times in
Okay.
different areas.
Yeah.
Just a new enemy type.
So this fight was
There
pretty
is
wild
the,
as it is in the original, but
bullhead.
even more so here. And there he is, Mr. Bullman. There's been a lot of like back and forth, like is he a cow, is he a bull? But I was like, he's got a horn there.
Yeah.
Might be a bull thing.
He's a bull. It's
Well, a
he has
bull is
that
just a
bull head,
cow.
you know, on his head.
Some male cow.
I mean, yeah, they're
And
the same
let me
thing.
just say, he
But,
does
you know,
fuck ton
but
of
you know,
damage.
like bulls have horns.
From what we
okay.
saw
That's
yesterday,
fair,
dude, he
that's
does so much. Like, look at this.
He's got a
God
single horn there,
damn.
it looks like. as
So
Leon
much
gets
damage.
Pummeled.
We got a little bit more, maybe? Okay, we got some more. Oh, I like this. So again, in the original, you could combine treasures and kind of you can basically make them more valuable, you know. So such as the elegant mask, you would find three gems to fit inside the mask to make it even more valuable and even better to kind of explore your environments and explore and see where these other treasures are.
And
Which in the remake is just going to be expanded by 10.
yeah, that's the end of the action
Okay.
gameplay we've got to show off. This is a look at putting gems
Interesting.
inside of
I like it.
treasures to increase.
Also in the original, you used a green gem instead of a yellow, so actually no, I think it was green instead of blue, I think it was red, green, and yellow, if I'm correct. So
Is there
that's
value?
actually no. Maybe not. I don't know, but the original used a green
Plus
gem
if you-
instead. So new.
different combinations of gems net you different bonuses.
Okay.
There are now customized
Whoa.
cases that have different.
Oh, okay. So looking at this, it's like the RE2 remake and RE3 remake, where you can store your items in an item box
Bonuses,
of
so
some
like
sort,
the black case
and
has an
just kind of get, kind of store them for now, and do, if you want to come back and get them later, if you have too much in your attaché case, instead of selling the items, which obviously you're probably still going to do, but instead of selling them, you can just store them in an item box away.
increased drop rate for L resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
And you can customize
you
your
pick up
case.
charms as well. With little
So this is where you would, if you pre-order the deluxe edition, this is where you would, use the classic or the gold attaché case in this
chicken
game.
charm. The charms and the cases,
So there's like,
give you
you
little
customize
passive
your own
bonuses.
attaché case.
Yeah.
And you can
And
put
you
in
can,
more charms. Again, seeing the charm perks, which in the deluxe edition you get 2 charms. For the deluxe edition, you get an green herb, and a handgun ammo charm. This time we see this is a chicken charm. It's rare, and it gives you 100% health recovery for all egg types, which I like.
Do that stuff in the typewriter menu as
And
you
then
saw.
you could
So
see- you
can't
saw
do that
right
all
there.
the time, just when you reach those saves point.
You can kind of hear it in the background.
To keep up with all of our coverage,
Dude. I mean, what is there to say? This is dope. I mean, let's go to Twitter, see if there's any new gameplay or any new screenshots that might have come up. I don't think there's going to be, but just in case. Yeah, just in case. I mean, dude. Dude, what we just saw there, man. I'm telling you, this remake is gonna be so good. Like, it is gonna be probably the best Resident. Honestly, okay, buddy. From what I've seen, it's gonna be the best Resident Evil game ever. I think it might be. I think it's beaten. I think it's beaten. I think it's done. I think from what I've just seen, I think my final verdict is that Resident Evil 4 Remake is better than Resident Evil 4, and it's going to be the best Resident Evil game of all time. So, yeah, man. I mean, that's it for this video, man. That's it for the gameplay. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Go check out Game Informer's video. I'll leave a link in the description down below for you guys to check out. But man, dude, let me know if you're excited for this remake, because I'm insanely hyped for the next couple of, we might even get some more gameplay or some new screenshots tomorrow. So look out for a video if you guys want to see some more gameplay on Resident Evil 4 Remake. And turn on those post notifications and subscribe, just so you don't miss out on the latest news about Resident Evil 4 Remake. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.